Good. So setting yourself up, the newsletter that will go out is on the topic of the difference between a habit and a ritual. It's a great question. Somebody asked me, they wrote in and said, what's the difference between a habit and a ritual? And a habit really is a series of things that we repeat that create our identity. It's from James Clear. And these are either conscious or unconscious. They're good, bad habits, all different sorts. They're the things that we repeat. We have a habit of brushing our teeth. We might have a habit of like scratching our belly when we're certain. We can have a habit. We can build a habit. And we can build a habit of practice every day. When we bring something to it, when we bring a little purpose, it's as though for me a ritual is a portal, is an opening, is I'm making a door. I am moving through a series of activities, motions, intentions, so that I am reconnecting to something. A ritual is me and something else in exchange or in connection. And so you can decide, am I making a habit of this practice? It's something that I do again and again, because when there are the things that I do again and again, I can say, I am a writer. But if I don't write, then I'm not a writer. If I own bicycles, but I don't ride the bicycle, then I'm a bicycle owner, but I'm not a bicyclist. And so our habits create our identity because they're the things that we're actually doing. And as we do things again and again, they make us who we are. I'm a yogi because it's my intention to do yoga every day, and I show up and I do my yoga. And that makes me a yogi, not anyone else's interpretation of me. And so the great thing about this habit and this sense of identity is we are building ourselves. Irrespective of what other people perceive or think, we are making who we are. And we are building it into our cellular understanding of our actions. So there'll be more on that in the newsletter. It was top of mind. But what I'd like to do for today, yesterday we had a lot of modifications offered. And I came away from that sequence, both that was great to offer a lot of modifications, but also it created a little bit of dissonance for me in practice. Today we're at day, 20 in May. Even if you've only done this 2 or 3 times, make it yours, modify as needed, but we're going to go in and we're going to go steady and we're going to go deep and we're going to go quiet. And just start to feel how this pattern that you have laid, how the habit that you've made in your day and in your schedule can reward you. Palms together, sitting tall. Any adjustments, make it yours, make it safe, make it right, but show up and we'll go all in, just quiet. Heart high, spine tall, seat down, hands still, eyes closed. Om Namo, I bow to everything outside of me. Everything outside of me. My home. Great consciousness that knows me so well. Guru Dev Namo, I bow to everything inside of me that is changing and learning. 3 times with me, inhale. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Roll your shoulders, roll your wrists, find your playlist, and start yourself out. Adhure Name. Opening your blanket, your knees under your blanket under your knees or your shins, your blocks up in front. And in the hands just under the shoulders, round your back, tuck your chin, let your hips move side to side. Close your eyes. Hips move side to side, head is heavier a little bit through the shoulders, letting the upper back open, letting the armor of your day fall off, become soft. Let your navel fall, let your spine extend, and then exhale round. And just closing your eyes, move into your breathing. Let the body flush the breath in and out of you. Let the body flush the breath in and out. We're becoming very receptive today, emptying out of the way. Turn your left thumb forward, your left fingers to the left, heels of your hands are under your shoulders. Trying to pull your hands so lightly apart, the hands are perpendicular, and then step one further rotation. So the left thumb turns left, perhaps your left fingertips point towards your left knee, cat-cow, and use that to open your palm. And use your left palm to open your left elbow and shoulder and lung. We don't come to the practice to stay the same. So close your eyes and feel how this changes the left side of your jaw, left side of your face. Stay 3. And 2. And left fingers forward, turn your right thumb forward. Try to lightly draw your hands apart, we'll open the upper back. And then turn your right thumb right. Right fingertips point towards your right knee. Where does the breath need to go? And how does it need to go? That little kink in the mid-back, that little question in the back of your mind. Make some momentum. 3, 2. Both fingers point forward, hips to your heels, child's pose. Drum through your fingers, open and close your hands. And rise back to hands, knees. Toes go to the left side, hips turn to the right. Step your left foot to the center of your mat. And begin to bend the knee and rise back up. So the knee bends and the knee goes to the left. And feel where in the aspect of knee, thigh, and hip, where does it stick? Where is it caught? And then just give it a little extra time. Elbow to thigh, right hand overhead. Start to open the right side. From the right knee to the right hip to elbow, elbow to hand. Clear the breath out of the chest. And then stay. Tiny forward and back. Tiny forward and back. And right hand down. Left knee down. Right foot to the center of the back of the mat. Bend your knee. And come up. Left toes are tucked under behind you. As you bend your knee, there's a point when you can't bend any further. What are you catching on? Are you catching on the quadricep? Are you catching on the hip? Are you catching on the left knee? Start to pay attention. What's stopping you? And give what's stopping you a little more breath and a little more time. Elbow to thigh, reach up, reach over. We're removing body blocks. We're feeling where it's sticky. We're letting it change. One more. And with your hands staying overhead, a little forward, a little back. And stay. 2 hands downward facing dog. Step your left foot back, press it back. Drop your head, open your chest, open the arms. Step your right foot up, outside of your right hand, heel on the mat, toe off, put a block under your left hand, and start a circle. So remembering that you can do this on the mat, on the chair, if you choose, hip forward and back. If you're new to this and this is too much, just remember that Tuesday, the 19th, if you replay that one, that has lots of modifications. And so the right arm beside the right ear, pause. Press your left hand down, revolve the right rib open. Press the left toes down and slowly bend your right knee a little more. Use your right heel to bring your hips forward, opening the navel, broadening the collarbones right to your fingertips, and then changing sides. The right hand down, step back, downward facing dog. Right hand, right shoulder, right hip, right heel. Step your left foot up outside of your left hand. Right knee onto the blanket, toes tucked under. Right hand is on the block. And now we begin that big backward circle, a little forward and a little back. So the left knee is going out to the left. The hips are going forward and back. The shoulder and the chest is beginning to open and move in 3 dimensions instead of 1. Good. And then the left arm beside the left ear, pause. Press your right hand down to turn the left ribs open. Press your right toes down to open the right hip. Let your left heel draw your hips forward, opening the navel, opening the throat, into the left fingertip. And then the left hand comes down, 2 hands to the floor, downward facing dog. Hands pressed down and away. Left hand, left shoulder, left hip, left heel. Breathe into the line of your left side body. One more. And knees down. Setting yourself up for a seat. So that may mean that you fold your blanket front to back and you build a little bit of height. That means my blanket is thick and quite small. If you need to, sit on a block. If you need to, bring a chair over and sit on a chair. Because what we need to have happen is that the chest can rise up over the seat without rounding at all. Hands back. Hands as though holding a block overhead. You begin to find a clockwise circle. Begin to find a clockwise circle. Steady in the seat, close your eyes. Keep your knees steady, navel strong. And just remember, if this is too much on your shoulders, go here. Just find a circle. Just find a circle. Okay? Otherwise, hands are overhead. And long, steady breathing. We've done this 20 days now. And still, every time I come and start here, I feel as though I'm excavating. When I really let my breath into my body here, there's so much to empty out. The way we hold tension in the shoulders, the way we armor up into the back body to protect ourselves unnecessarily. Open. Front of the body opens to the potentiality, to what is coming, to what will be. The back of the body opens to what is known, to what has been. As we age, there is more back body than front. There is more of what we know, and there feels like less potentiality, as though memory begins to overcome what might be. This is a wonderful means of balancing this. If we know we will age, and if we know that our memory will be larger than the things that lie ahead, we can work to even it out. So open the potential ahead of you. Let the front body equal the back body. Eyes closed. Maybe a little quicker as it opens, maybe a little stronger. A little freedom, a little play through the shoulders. Halfway there. Eyes closed, settle in now, love, settle. We are supported by what we know without being limited by who we've been. And in that freedom, can you find even the hint of a smile? Can you find an experience within yourself that begins to taste of freedom? That begins to smell like possibility. Out of the shoulders, upper back. If it drives you crazy, sit up tall, find a circle through the shoulders. If you are rounded forward in any way, this will become so difficult. So the next time you do it, sit on a chair, and the chair makes all the difference. It will build strength and opening, and then you'll make your way to the floor happily and without injury. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, and pause. Add 3 sips in. Heart up, chin in. Stay so tall. And hands down. Eyes stay closed. The front of you is open. Back is open. And they are equal. Front equals back. Let the legs out. Shake out the feet. Shake out the knees. Build a seat. Again, stay in your chair if the chair works well for you. And then crossing the legs, put your heels right under your knees, outer edges of the feet to the floor, toes pointing forward, soles of the feet as though standing on the walls. And then hands up high, a little fold, navel to the spine. Inhale up, exhale as you fold. If this fold is impossible for you because your knees are high and you're rounded here, again, the chair is an option, or you can put your heels wide. As you're making more space, likely Jenna, likely Lindsay, fall and explore. Maybe Liz Regan, maybe all the way, forehand and pinkies. Pay attention. Bev, hands on elbows, folding, rising. You're reaching into your fingertips. You're extending through the spine, eyes closed. Your legs are strong. And as you move this way, the low belly, low abdominal muscles are supporting you. Your emotional balance is there. One more. To be tall. Hands down. Front equals back. Right to your feet. So a shortened dog. Knees are lightly bent. If you need to, hands on blocks will give you a little bit of height. And just begin to rock side to side, bring your fingers together. And you're moving from the same low abdomen movement that you were when you were folded. Just begin to find a little bit of balance, maybe a foot off the floor, hand and foot. Find your balance, let yourself be uncertain. Pressing the hand on the floor down into the floor will help lift the opposite side, and then go forward and back. Heels off the floor, fingers up. Hands down, feet up. Press down into the floor. You're not just landing and collapsing into your hands, you're pushing your hands into the mat. And to push your hands will lift your hips, and lifting your hips will lift your feet. And we're not collapsing, we're not falling through our lives. We are expressing ourselves with intention. Into the floor, into the floor. Press and rise. For 2. And for 1. Ha! Beauty. Walk yourself up. Start out, hands on hips. And fold. And rise. A bend in your knees will keep your low back safe, right? Hands down the backs of the legs, and then rising up. Fold. And fold, navel to spine, spine so long. As you rise, press your feet down to lift your hands. Same experience, press down, rise up. It gets quicker, it gets easier, it gets lighter. Intention, press down, rise up. Press down, rise up. And one more. Hands wide, palms face forward, feel the body. Press down, rise up, even standing. Shake it out. Right? Tiny 2 minutes here. Somehow, very dramatic, little 2 minutes sometimes. Here we go. Shake it out. If you need to, you're doing this seated. If you like, you get a little bit of a bounce. When you like, a little bit of a bounce. The knees are soft. The jump is soft. It's not enormous. We're not looking for any sort of aerobic situation. We're just becoming buoyant in our feet. Feeling the pads of your toes, the balls of your feet, the arches of your feet. And if anything, you're getting a little bendier in the knees, a little bit more of a drop in the seat. We're flushing out the low body. We're going to shake it out in 3, 2, 1, go. Every day, give yourself a minute. You got 3. Shake it out. 2, and jump change. And start to feel the order. Breathe it out. Feel that you're a little lighter on your feet for shaking off the dust. We're going to shake in 3, 2, 1. All the way out. We take the hands up overhead. Shake out the thighs and the hips and the shoulders and the hands. Whew. So many traditions use shaking. It's a way of freeing old patterns that have come to reside in the nervous system. It's used to help with PTSD, to relieve trauma from our nervous system. So we're gonna go one more time, shake it high, shake it low. Where does it need to go? How do you need to move so that when you come back, there's power? Feel yourself return. Remove the blocks from our body. Feel the power in our body. We'll remove the blocks from our mind. 5, 4, 3, 2, stand. Close your eyes, hands on body. And feel the momentum of blood rushing through you. We are made to handle this current of liquid, carrying everything we need through us. When we are still and when we are stagnant and when we are seated for so long, this current is not running. Bring it down into the upper body. Build your seat. Legs crossed or sitting on a chair if cross-leg doesn't work for you. And then making fists. Modification is wrist over wrist. Otherwise, hands tight at shoulders. Shoulders up by your ears. Roll one shoulder, one elbow at a time. Each one and exhale. X, X, X. Close your eyes, go. What needs to move through you? Eyes closed. Keep opening the shoulders. Keep opening the upper back, the backs of the arms, even into the fists. Eyes closed, steady on, 10 seconds, all the way. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweep up, inhale, add 3 sips. Heart up, chin in, stay tall. Feel it all drawing up through the body. And then chin up, exhaling, hands coming down. Stay so tall, eyes closed. To feel. Feeling the space inside of you with greater clarity. Feeling the space outside of you with greater radiance. What can we set down? What change in the body? On the exhalation, set it down. So we can come back in with such certainty and shift. Down to the floor. Lift your hips. Put your palms underneath. No, what am I doing? Legs go long. Forgive me. If you need to, hands to the shins, lift your head and shoulders work right there the next minute. Otherwise, legs out 1 minute. If you're going to fall apart, hold your knees. Find a whisper of ha. Keep the breath. Close your mouth, out the nose. Either closing your eyes or gazing to the base of your big toes. On your cycle or pregnant, long, smooth breathing. If you're pregnant, holding the fronts of the knees or the backs of the thighs. Five, four, three, two. Hold your shins, lie to the floor. Rolling your way up and rolling back. If you cannot roll, keep your hands on your thighs, tuck your chin, round your back, and lift it up. Rolling through the spine. Cross your ankles, hold your shins. A little bit more of a seat at the top. If you do lotus, top of the foot to the side, even a half lotus begins to flush out the joints, a little more height in the seat. One more time. Sit up so tall, steady. Baby. Stay right there, eyes closed. Soft shoulders, hard up, chin lightly in. Soften your grip of your hands, soften the grip of your chest. Hard up, chin in, back of the neck so wide. And child's pose. Roll it forward, hips go back, hands out long. Full. Keeping your eyes closed, come to hands and knees. Keeping your eyes closed, circle your hips. Keeping your eyes closed, add the shoulders into the circle of your hips, which may simply allow the circle to grow larger, even including the throat and the palate of your mouth, the arch of your feet. Or perhaps it sort of swings its way into a figure of 8 and then into some full abstractions. Oh, so that you can begin, like the shaking, to move without plan, as a simple, anchored, and safe exploration. What do you need? Is it slow? Is it fast? Is it big? Is it small? This is yours, loves. Do you know what to do when someone says, "What do you want?" Practice answering right here. It isn't about the thing that we want. It isn't the new car, the pair of shoes. It's what do I want? I want permission. I want languid pools of time. I want power, or I want freedom. Put it in your body right now. Where does it need to go? And bring it right back to the middle, cat-cow, the way we started. That you may have exactly what you need available in your body. In child's pose, hips back, arms out long. But really, those 3 minutes unscripted in intimacy with yourself, you're practicing receiving. A great skill. Rising, knees to your wrists, cross your ankles, and roll it back. This time, lifting your hips, put your palms face down under your seat. Resting your seat in your palms, draw your knees to your chest. Right leg extends as though onto the balls of your toes and tiptoes, and then change. And as you press one leg out, you pull the opposite knee back, and each one becomes an exhale, in and then out, and in and out. Eyes closed, we go. The modification, the heels are a little bit higher than the knees. The full posture, the heels extend the height of your hips. And eyes closed, and we simply move with steadiness, with clarity, with declaration. To quicken, 10, 9, 8, 7. Round your low back into the floor, extend straight out of the toes. If your hip clicks, another way to do it is to turn your heel out a little, your toe in a little, and 3, and 2, and 1. Free your hands, feet flat, hands on thighs, press away, open the abdomen. Removing obstacles from the body. Legs go long, feet are flexed as though you're standing. Hands high, palms almost to touch, point to the ceiling. Inhale, open wide to the side, and exhale to the center. To inhale, to exhale. Inhale, exhale. Open, close. Inhale, exhale. Firm your legs. There's power in the low body. Let it give you stability. And stability in the low body gives you clarity and freedom in the upper body. Clear the space around you. An electromagnetic charge all the way around. And then hands wide and down to the floor. Let your feet widen. Shake out the feet and the knees and simply fall. Fall. Eyes closed, giving yourself permission to just trust so fully that nothing needs to hold on. Nothing needs to be straightened out or rearranged. We just drop into ourselves. Allow your breathing to drop into your abdomen. And as you do, the shoulders soften and settle. The face softens and settles. You can feel your eyes resting in the backs of of the sockets. And the teeth separate and the tongue widens, and we arrive. Gently arranging your limbs for Shavasana, as though making a bed. Hands a little closer, the front body long and smooth, feet hip distant. And again, softening the skin between the eyebrows, around the outer edges of your eyes, around your lips. Even the throat softens. That everything is in order, and now we rest. Resting in a sensation of completion. Nothing more. Feeling the quiet of completion in our body. Getting used to that, trusting that this completion and this quiet is making space for what will come. And right now, it is open and empty. So peaceful. Breath sliding in and out all the way to the abdomen. Feel the weight of your heels on the floor. The weight of your legs, the backs of your legs. The upper back, the backs of your hands, the back of your head. What you know and where you've been. Rest on this. Feel its support. Feel the potential of the front body open, safe. On your inhalation, feel the space between the two, front body free, back body sound. I am this. And allowing the physical body to stay this supported, this known, this complete. The lightest of intention rests at the base of your throat. See or feel or sense a point of light at the base of your throat. The body is effortless. In the right shoulder, point of light. The right elbow, the right wrist, the right palm, points of light. Body at ease. The tip of your right thumb, a point of light, the body open. The tip of your right first finger, tip of the right middle finger, tip of the right ring finger, tip of the right pinky finger, points of light. And the body at ease. Right wrist, right elbow, right shoulder, points of light. Body effort. The base of the throat, see, feel, point of light. Left shoulder, point of light, body effortless. Left elbow, left wrist, left palm, points of light. Body open. The tip of your left thumb, tip of your left first finger, tip of your left middle finger, tip of your left ring finger, and the tip of your left pinky finger. Points of light. What do you need? Left wrist, left elbow, left shoulder, points of light. Body effortless. The center of the chest, the point of light. Left lung, left chest, point of light. Right chest, right lung, point of light. Body open. Base of the throat. Point of light, see, feel, sense. Point. Center of the forehead. Point of light. Body effortless. Center of the forehead. See, feel, sense. Point of light. And as though a constellation, feel all the points of light and release everything in between. Beginning to deepen your breathing. Re-encountering the space between front and back body. You are vast internally. Take your hands overhead. Open that up. Flex your feet. Press all the way out and draw your right knee into your chest. Interlace your fingers. Let your thigh fall towards you. If you need to, left knee bend. Flex both feet. Feel the center of your heels and the left hand overhead. From the left heel to the left hip to the left shoulder to the left hand, open. Bending the left knee, left foot flat. Put your right ankle over your left knee and your right hand on your right thigh. Press away. Eyes closed. Breath all the way into the bowl of your pelvis. Face is open. Left thigh into the chest. Interlace your fingers behind the thigh or over the left shin. As you bring it in, press your shin into your knuckles. Press your right knee away. Flex, point your toes. So press into the left thigh. Press the right knee away and flex, point your toes to open the whole of your back body. From your spine out to your outer ribs. Back of the neck, back of the head. And then the right leg comes off and out long. Fingers are interlaced over the shin. Draw the left thigh close. Stand in your right heel. And your right hand overhead or out wide. Right side body is open. Stand in your right heel. Feel your right hip open like a muff. Your right shoulder, your right finger. And your right knee bends, right foot flat. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Left hand on the left thigh, press away. The breath drops into the abdomen. Right thigh to the chest. Interlace your fingers so they cross behind the thigh or over the shin. And pressing your shin or your thigh into your hands, arms straight, open the arms, open the back of the neck. Press your left knee away. Flex, point your toes. Keep your feet moving, even circling your ankles. Press your left knee away. Press your shin into your hands. Go, go, go. Perfect. Left leg long. Now we build tree. The sole of your right foot to your left inner thigh or inner calf. Right hand to the right thigh. Left hand to the left rib. So you're rolling your right thigh toward the floor and you're rolling your left ribs toward the floor, and the center line from your pubis up to your heart, up to your jaw is widening. Left hand overhead, flex your left foot, press your thigh into your foot, press your right foot into your thigh. And change sides, right leg straight, left knee bend, sole of the foot to the inner thigh, left hand to the left thigh, right hand, right rib, and stand in your right heel. Stand, right hand overhead. Left thigh, press it toward the floor, open it up. And then knees to the chest. Let's rebuild that standing. So taking your time forward and back to come up to stand. Take your time. All the way out. And all the way up. Left foot into the floor. Right knee up toward the chest. Interlace your fingers under the knee. And stand tall. If you need to, you can have a hand on the wall. Left hand high. So the left heel goes down, which opens and elevates the left hip. We're not sitting in the left hip. We're pressing down to rise up. Press down. Yeah. And then change sides. Right foot down. Left knee to rise. Interlace your fingers to start. So drawing the knee high, press your right heel down. Find the stability and the pressure of the low body. Let the upper body open and float. Right heel down. Right hip opens. Right rib opens. Right shoulder. Oh, so good. Setting down. So now the right heel to the ankle or the inner calf, or to your inner thigh. If you need to, hand on a wall. And press your thigh into your foot. Right hand on your right thigh. Left hand, left rib, roll open, as though on the floor. Weighting your left heel, toes are long, and left hand high. Press into your feet, both of them. Press into your feet, abdomen opens, shoulders descend. No fear in the face. Stay a beat, sustain what you've made. And left heel to ankle, to calf, or to inner thigh. Left hand to left inner thigh, right hand to right rib, roll it open. Stand in your right heel. Right hand high. Press into your feet. Firm the base to free the top. The abdomen's open, the legs are strong. The fingertips are loose. Stand tall. And hands out and down. Fingertips at the brow, and then wide across the forehead to your temples. And from your temples down the sides of your jaw to the point of your chin, little acupressure here. And then all the way back up. Now follow the line from between your eyes up the head to the crown of your head. Little taps, and then widen down over the ears, and then back up to the crown of your head. Down the back of your head, behind your ears again, widen to the back of the head. Down to the base of the skull, down, and hands find the tops of the shoulders. Hold, elbows down. Elbows down, press your heels down, lengthen your toes, firm your legs, pull your heels down and stand up into your hands. And pull all the tension of your shoulders, elbows down, heels down, toes long. So when you let go, you can make a fist. And take the flat of your fist down your inner arm and your outer arm. All these lines, make a big circle around your chest. Changing sides down the inner and outer arm and around your good chest and around your good abdomen and the pelvis and the inner thighs and the inner knees and the inner calves, backs of your legs, outer thighs, outer hips, backs of the legs, back body, then shake it loose. We go inhale, out and up, and shake down the middle. Inhale up. Where is it caught? Where is it still sticky? Bring it down the middle. You got one more time, just this way. Inhale. And bring your palms together, and slowly down the middle, eyes are closing. And in your mind or aloud, repeat with me. I expand in success, abundance, love, every day. As I inspire those around me to do the same. Hands to your forehead center. 8 count Sat, 2 count Nam. Inhale. Sat Nam. Sat Nam, I see myself. Namaste, I see you. Thank you so much for your practice. Again, tomorrow, a little more quiet, a little more just holding devotional space with gesture. Next Friday, there's a workshop at 6:30. The information is on my website, May Workshop RSVP. Find it there. In June, if you like, I have made salves from the recipe of a wonderful aromatherapist to go to amplify the energy of the heart and then also to balance the energy of the body. So there are two different, the energy of the heart is very feminine, the other is unisex. They can both be used on the soles of your feet if you like. I'm taking the first batch to the post office today if you like, that's under oils. So marthamcalpin.com. Go to oils, and that will get me ready for June. You see me every time I put a line down the backs of my arms, I put on my chest. I use the oils as a means of protection, as a means of balance. They're all different. It comes with instructions, it comes with a blessing. If you like, the information's there under oils. I'll see you soon, my love. I'll see you tomorrow. Sat Nam.